Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, the Shenandoah Kid. That's right, your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. That's right. Hey, today is Wednesday, March 25th. Got a happy birthday shout out to Tammy Bagby and that's Tammy Bagby, Sentel, and Tim Deckard. So, without further ado, here's birthday song for the two of you. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You're 1 more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You're 1 more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. And many more. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Alrighty. Day 2 of the St. Charles lockdown. Lockdown. Don't go out and around the town. You're locked down. Alrighty, been outside, sitting out in the sunshine. Sunshine on my shoulders, feel so warmly. Sunshine in my eyes can make them weep like wine. Sunshine almost all the time. Oops, look what's happening here. I'm touching my face. I touched my face. I went out in the fresh air and then I came back in and I touched my face. Heaven forbid. I've been trying to get the corona, but I just been drinking Bud Light instead. Yeah, well, I didn't say I was trying to get the coronavirus. I said I was trying to get some corona. Beer, that is. Ain't the same without a lemon squish in it. Or lime. I don't know. Lime, I believe. Anyway, could be lemon. I don't know. I don't drink Corona beer, so I don't know. I think it's lime. Here, I'll find out. What fruit do you squish in Corona beer? Corona beer takes hit because of coronavirus outbreak. I don't queer. I don't queer. I don't want to know that. I want to know who is most at risk for coronavirus. I don't want to know anything about the coronavirus. Did you hear that? Do you see what I done? I asked about Corona beer, and it brings up a coronavirus. Coronavirus is not the Corona beer virus. It's time to buy Corona beer stock, according to the RBC Barons. RBC Barons. Okay, well. Corona Diaries, social isolation. I don't want all that junk. Man, it is just horrible that you have to go through all the Corona virus and stuff when you ask about Corona beer. How do I prepare my Corona beer to drink? Corona beer sales are down because of coronavirus. See, how can I care for my family members with corona disease? I don't want to know any of that junk. Your favorite beer or wine or spirits drinking Colorado's Carnivorous bar. Instead, they said mixed drinks from bars. Okay, let's see. Whiskeys. Specialty beers. Okay, here we go. Alright, now that I'm on specialty beers, now I'm going to go to beer styles. Okay. Wake up. How do I select all? How do I prepare my Corona beer? Go to sleep. How to use the study guide. Take a deeper dive into American craft beer styles and improve the ability and describe the taste, textures, and aromas of beer. Here is your study guide that will help you prepare What is craft beer breweries? Foods, news, beer 101, beer 101. Beer 101, of course. The craft beer, ba ba ba. I don't know. Bartender's Guide. Okay, here we go. Bartender's Guide. A to Z. Companion to all your favorites. Okay, there we go. Now, all I want to do is ask a question. These are all, I don't want that either. Well, folks, it looks like I'm just not going to be able to get uh online bartender guide. That's the one I'm looking for. How to become a bartender, Bartender Jojer. Descriptions, oily case, full service bartender. Mixed drinks, browers, dowers, do-da-dee-dum. Random drinks, my favorite drinks, advanced searches, list of drinks. Drinks non-famous, drink list, drink liquor, drink bar, bar store, bar. Custom search. St. Charles, Missouri. That's not what I want. Oh, man. Well, if any of y'all know, let me know what it is. I think it's lime, but it could be lemon. Anyway, I don't drink Corona beer, so I don't know. I've been drinking Bud Ice instead. Well, that's an awful long time out of my way just for that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go stick with it. That Google stuff, hey, it's supposed to be great for you, but that just goes to show you the paranoia of today's the way they are today. You can't even Google up Corona beer without getting 90 ways of how to avoid the coronavirus. All right, here we go. How about today's weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area? Tonight, some clouds, lows near 50 degrees, with winds southeast, or south to southeast, that is, at 10 to 15 miles per hour. I was sitting out there a little bit ago at 65 degrees. Boy, it was nice. Till that wind kicked up a little bit. But you know how it is with wind. It brings on the cold chill. For me, especially. Anyway, Thursday, it's going to be mostly cloudy skies. Highs around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now that, you see that there, 72 degrees because the clouds are overhung. Now, if the sun was all bright and shiny, it wouldn't be no 72 degrees, even though the breeze is coming up out of the south. But it wouldn't be 72 degrees because the clouds would be not holding the heat in from the Earth's core, which is what generates the heat for our global planet, not necessarily the sunshine. You'd think differently, but it doesn't work that way most of the time. Me not being a meteorologist, but either way, that's the way it happens most of the time. It's warmer when it's cloudy than it is when it's then it's sunny, you know. Okie doke. That being said, where'd we go? Okay, then how about Thursday night becoming cloudy with occasional rains after midnight? Thunder is possible. Lows around 53 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 60%. Oh, back on that on that 72 degrees Fahrenheit, but mostly cloudy skies, which in turn means I won't be out there because without the sunlight, I don't care how warm it is. The sun, if there's clouds over the sun, I ain't going out there because it's cold to me. Now, Friday, there's partial sunshine, but the problem with that is rain showers in the morning with scattered thunder showers arriving in the afternoon. Highs around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. But there will be a little bit of sun peeping through here and there. But you'll have to get out there in between raindrops, and chances are, about the time you get in a good position and comfortable with that sunshine bearing down on you at 72 degrees, here comes the rain, here comes the rain. All right, anyway. Then scattered variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms at night. Lows around 63 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 60%. Saturday, March the 28th, scattered thunderstorms, scattered thunderstorms, highs around 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southwest, south to southwest, that is, at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 60%. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Lows around 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be west to southwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Some clouds in the morning will give way to mainly sunny skies for the afternoon on Sunday, March 29th. Highs will be around 62 degrees Fahrenheit and winds west to northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Clear skies overnight with lows around 42 degrees Fahrenheit and winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Like I said, sunny skies, temperatures drop to 10 degrees. So, there you have it. 72 cloudy and stormy, 62 sun shining. Alrighty, and then Monday, March the 30th. Partly cloudy skies, highs near 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be east to the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy skies with periods of rain after midnight. Lows around 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 70%. So therefore, you've got rain in the future for your springtime, and that's the way it's going to be. Springtime rains. Springtime rains and nighttime lovers. They get together and they scoot under the covers. I don't know, that's daytime dreamers. I don't know. I don't know, but I've been told. Towed my car. I don't know, but I've been told. Navy wings is made of gold. That's correct if you ask me. I'd like to see my wings from the old Navy. I was an AMS, aircraft structural mechanic, that is, and why they called us AMS instead of ASM, I do not know. Aircraft mechanic structure? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't really get out there in the fleet, or nothing like that. They done booted me out prior to. But that's alright. Medical discharge, I don't know. You have a tendency to rub one person the wrong way, and well, that's what it'll get you. Medical discharge. Medical discharged. It's alright. I mean, it worked out for me, but it's not right. I don't think it's right. I really believe I was messed up by the Navy. Messed up my whole life, and I only got a 10% disability out of it. Go figure. Alright, anyway, that being said, Let's see. I want to do something, but I don't know what it is. I noticed this dragging of the microphone there on the straw. Well, I hope it's not as loud as it is in my ear because that's just driving me nuts, and I hope it's not driving that microphone nuts. Any hoot nanny. There's got to be something here that I wanna do. I want to do things for my grandkids because, well, they're stuck in the house too. Of course, they have always been stuck in the house. They're not old enough to go out and do. Mom is stuck right there with them. Mom is stuck too. That'd be my daughter, Ashley. Now my son, he has a crucial job. He's a pizza man delivery. And well, so is my nephew. My nephew and my son and my daughter-in-law. And she's a cook at the pizza place. He's a delivery person at the pizza place. Or they might both be delivery. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, they all work in food joints, fast food, and well, they've all got jobs. Oh, hey, by the way, I have my girlfriend's boyfriend out there in Seattle, Washington, wanted to make mention. Hi to you. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Notice how I put that, my girlfriend's boyfriend. We share the same girl. Yeah. Well, she's my caregiver, so she just comes in and gets me up in the morning. Oh, by the way, keep off the flu, keep off the coronavirus, keep off the CVD, the COVID-19. Because if you give it to her and she brings it back to me, I'm not going to be the happiest camper, not cancer. That's a whole different ball game. Coming in from Washington. We don't need to hear that, though. But maybe he's coming in from Washington, D.C. I don't know. He knows where he's coming from. Anyway, I know it's a Washington. Any hoot nanny, I heard. I know we don't keep no secrets from each other. I heard you watch my show, and you think I'm a hoot or a nut, one or the other. But that's fine. I don't care. I don't care what you think I am. It's my show. I can do what I want to because it's my show. Hallelujah. The Lord helps me. The Lord help me, Lord, I said. Help me, Lord. Help me. I'm calling for you. Let's see. There's got to be some good old-fashioned songs. Oh, there is a way to say your baby C's backwards. ZYX and WB. I don't remember how that goes. Well, I don't know. It's a poem that does that, and we used to have it on a fun with the ABCs or growing up with kids like me or something. I don't remember what the record album was. And I call it a record album. Do y'all know what a record album is? I know some of y'all in my age group might know what it is, but the younger population, the kids, they don't know what black wax is. Hey, remember wax? Boy, get your wax albums out there. Get your black wax here. All right, go out there and buy yourself a record album or a 45. You had your either 33s or your 45s, and you also had 66s back in the big old days when they had that real fat, thick record with the gramophone and that real hard needle, and you had to wind up the old gramophone, and around and round and round she went, and making all that noise like the president. Normally I'd be watching Jeopardy. Well, would have been watching Jeopardy, but it was infiltrated by the United States president. And well, that's all right. I don't mind, but I don't want to hear about the coronavirus all the time. Y'all want to hear about the coronavirus? I didn't think so, so I'm not going to go on to my soapbox about it. I do have issues about being locked down. I just don't think it's fair to be locked down in my own hometown. If I'm not showing any symptoms of it, and I don't think that, You never can tell, and that's what the problem is. So, just to be safe, you stay in the house. If you've got the sniffles, if you've got a cough, if you got a sore throat, stay in your house. Stay home from work. They're giving you a free pass. Anyway, stay home from work. Don't go. And do it on your own recognizance. Don't have to have the government pointing no gun at me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the National Guard standing up in front of me saying, get back at your house. Don't be going outside. Now, my daddy, he pointed out something that they're doing down in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Well, he grew up there in Oklahoma, and you see they're having bear hunts. That's right, they're hunting bears. Yeah, I'm serious. What they're doing is people are going out around the neighbor, or people are in their own neighborhoods. They're going out and they're setting their stuffed bears out on the front porch or in the window of the house so that people could see it or whatever. And then other people are loading their kids up in the car and they're going around the neighborhoods and they're pointing out the bears. Oh, I got a bear. There's a bear. There's a bear. There's a bear. There's a bear over there. And everybody's pointing out the bears. So they're bear hunting. Yes, sirree, Bob. Now that there sounds like a good time, especially if you're a little kid and you want to go bear hunting. Now, where he grew up in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, and he went to school on Indian reservations with Indians. Believe it or not, that's what lives on the reservation, Indians. Especially, that's one of the main reasons they call it an Indian reservation. It's because it's reserved for Indians, for them to be there. And he just so happened to be lucky enough to go to school with them. And boy, I tell you what, them boys can wrestle. But anyway, that's all up and down and beside the point. But they are doing bear hunts down there. Now that there sounds like a fun thing to me. No, you don't get to skin it and bring it home. Even if you did, it would be a mess. It'd be a mess if you went and skinned it, because you'd just have stuffing all over the place. And you'd have a fur sack, not even fur. You'd have an empty cloth sack with all the stuffing flying all over the neighborhood for the next, I don't know how long. You just kind of point them out and go along. It's kind of like when you're traveling down the highway and you're playing the license plate game. You remember the license plate game? Yes, sirree, Bob. License plate game is played two different ways. You either do states, try to find license plates from other states, or finding the letters of the alphabet on different things. That's right, different states and different alphabets. Alphabets. You know what an alphabet is? Did you know there's not any O's in license plate numbers? Yep, they're only zeros. There's only zeros in license plate numbers, not O's. And so therefore, if you ever get pulled over and they write down O, officer in question writes down O, why, by golly, you don't know a ticket. I don't know about that in other states. I know that's a law in Missouri. Is there an O in a license plate number in the state of Missouri? Missouri does not use the letter O on passenger plates, but the number 0 is used in the third position or first numeric position on some plates. There are only two numbers in the current format, and they appear in the third and fifth position on the passenger plates. So there you go. Like I said, Missouri does not use an O. They use 0, but not O. And I point that out a whole lot of times whenever I'm on the telephone and I give out my phone number. I always make sure I say 0, because there ain't no O in my phone number. There ain't. I'm serious. My old phone number, my old house phone number, 636-255 0004. That's right, 0004. Not to be confused with 0004, because 000 are letters. And there ain't no letters in your phone number unless you start doing the letters around the outside, and that really throws them off, because to get to the O, you got on the O's, to get to the O, you got to use, what is it, the 5? Show me a push button phone pad. Let's see, there's one. Let's get a good look at that one. Closer up. Yeah, on the 6. You got to go to the third letter on the 6 to get your O. So there you go. Like, okay. Now, you sit there and ask why. I would have to look that up because of texting. Everybody should know that, and or why. No thumbs. No fingers, no thumbs. So, I mean, I've got them. I just can't use them. And so, therefore, when texting came out, by the time texting came out, I was already injured. And so, I was injured in 95. And so, there went my texting privileges. And so I don't do a whole lot of typing or texting. And so, basically, on the telephone, I didn't use it. Didn't ever used it because, well, it didn't exist to me. Now, of course, rotary phones and everything else, they've been using letters for years. Now, what they did do, though, was instead of dialing all 3 numbers for the primary thing, they would like they had like a number or a name. They would say like give me Memphis, Tennessee, long distance information. Give me Memphis, Tennessee. I tried to get in touch with that party to get in touch with me. Well, anyway, no. Anyway, they would say like Keenar 543. And Keenar would be like K-N-E-R or whatever, but instead you wouldn't dial just 543. They would use the first 3 numbers would be Keenar, and whatever letters was the Keenar, that's what they would use for their pad, for their numbers on the old rotary phones. And then a lot of people didn't even, my neighbors up the street, they had a party line. You know what a party line is? Now that there is a good one. Party line is where there's several people in the same neighborhood that uses the same phone wire. Now, why in the world they had a party line with the people that they had the party line with, I will never know, because that was they were about a mile apart, almost a mile away from each other, and yet they were on the same party line. And you never could tell. You know, you pick up the phone, you could be listening to somebody else's conversation for forever because they, BR549. That would be Junior Samples car lot telephone number. And the number to call is BR549. And so BR would be A749. A749 would be the phone number for Junior Samples car lot. Anyway, but you'd be listening to somebody else's whole conversation, and then you might butt in and say, say there, Pete, can I make a phone call? I'd like to talk with somebody. And they'd say, I'm sorry, I've been tying up the line for so long. And so blah, blah, blah. There you have it. That's how they did it back in the day. Oh, rotary phones. You know what a rotary phone? Well, a rotary phone is even before push-button phone. A rotary phone means you got to stick your finger in a hole and spin it around till it gets to the stop. Oh, and by the way, make sure that you pick up the receiver. The receiver is the little thingy on top of it that looks like a little U-shaped thing. You got to pick up the one U-shape off the other U-shape. Pick it up until them little buttons come up in the air. And once them little buttons come up in there, then you know you've got the receiver in your hand. One part goes to your ear, the part with the cord goes down from your head, and it hangs kind of like this here, with the cord hanging from the bottom part of it. And you talk like that, and you've got the dial. The dial is on there, and you dial it like that. Now, prior to that, they had what they called wall phones, and they had a crank handle, and you cranked it around a couple of times just to get some juice to get going through the phone, because it was electric, you know. And you'd crank it 2 or 3 times, depending on what number you was. And if you cranked it 3, 4 times, then you got a hold of the operator, and the operator knew you by voice pretty much, and they'd say, "Hello," and you'd say, "Sarah," whoever you wanted to call, "Sarah, can you get me so and so?" And she would take that switchboard, which wasn't really a switchboard, it was a plug-in board, and they'd plug your phone line into the person you were trying to get in touch to's phone hole, and they would plug it in there, and then you'd talk to them, and you'd have on a conversation. Now, the only problem with this conversation is Sarah, the operator, she could listen in, and well, that there was a problem, but it happened, you know. These things happen. 21 minutes into it, 31 minutes into it. Holy smokes. Time for me to do the daily bread, and I didn't do anything for Oliver after all. Maybe he learned something about telephones. All right, anyway, it's time for me to do our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. And so without further ado, well, I guess there is going to be a further ado, because it's delaying bringing up the daily bread. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I done something. I done it wrong. Well, just on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Wake up, / daily devotion. Go to sleep. Aha. Sorry, there's been an error and we are having trouble locating that page. Our daily bread. Well, darn. Find out more here. Using cookies. Sign in. Sign in. Well, you know what? Oh, there it is. There it is. Today, it's time to pray again is the name of the daily devotion. And I'm going to go right here, March 25th. That would be today. It's time to pray again. Lord have mercy, sure is. With the situations that's going on in the United States and around the world, it's time to get God back in the picture. That's right. Jesus Christ in the picture. All right. Hey, if you're keeping up with the Bible in a year, which I hope you are, that'd be the Bible with Briscoe. Today's Bible program is going to be covering Joshua 19 through 21. Let me warn you, it's more names of cities and people, and so therefore it's going to be slow and hard to do, but it's going to be done. It's going to get done. Joshua 19 through 21 and Luke 2, 25 through 52. All right. Today's scripture is going to be Ephesians 6, 10 through 20. So, here we go. Ephesians 6, 10 through 20. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggles is not against flesh and body and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of the dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in its place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of Spirit, which is the Word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep in preparing for all the Lord's people. Pray also for me, that whenever I speak, words may be given me, so that I will fearlessly make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains. Pray that I may declare it fearlessly, and as I should. There you go. That there was Ephesians 6:10 through 20, and that is, I'm not sure who that is, but they're talking to they're talking to the people of Ephesians. They're talking to the Ephesians. Wrote them a letter or whatever, and it's a letter to the Ephesians. And I'm not sure who done the Ephesians. Let's just see that. Let's just see. Who wrote the book of Ephesians? The Apostle Paul. That's who that was. The Apostle Paul was the one that wrote the book of Ephesians, and so therefore he's the one that's asking for the salvation of the prayer and for people to pray in favor of him, for him. Anyway, that concludes the Shen Show for today. No singing for real, so we just had some fake singing. But we are going to get one song out of it, or at least a piece of one. And here she goes. It says, well, goodbye, my friends. It's the time to go. I said, goodbye, my friends. It's the time to go. Ba-doom-ba-doom-ba. Hate to leave you, but I really must go. So, goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, God loves you and so do I, so be blessed in Jesus' name, and come back and see me again tomorrow because, well, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too.